Animal Crossing, a cutesy, slice-of-life game where you make friends, meet NPCs, and make yourself a nice home. There's countless amounts of topics I could discuss about this video game, but since this is my assignment for my World Mythology class, I'll be talking about the part of mythology as seen in the game. Hi, I'm Popcorn Productions, the first half of my channel, Popcorn Productions and Rue the Thing. Welcome to my channel. If you like this video, feel free to let me know down below, and I'll make more like this. Maybe even subscribe. I'm almost at 500 subscribers, and my goal is to reach that before this year ends. If you're returning, I know this is different from my usual content, but I want to branch out and to my other interests on here, so I hope this is okay. That aside, enjoy the video. Let's dive into our discussion. In case you didn't know, the basic story of Animal Crossing is that you've moved out of your old place and are starting new life in a quaint village. Throughout the game, you will improve your home and the town around you, while also paying off the debt you amassed from this big move in the form of help from the being you owe money, an animal named Tom Nook. Tom Nook is a rich billionaire in charge of your home. In earlier games, he's your boss, giving you jobs to pay off your debt. In the later ones, he's just your helpful banker. Either way, until those debts are paid, he has a tight grip on your life. Or so it would be if he didn't give you unlimited time and offered many ways to help speed the process along. Whether you think his kindness is just for show and he's secretly evil, trapping everyone in a cycle of perpetual debt, or actually just a good guy who wants to use his wealth to give you the best possible life, is up for personal interpretation. Personally, I think he's kind. But it's this concept of ambiguous morals that leans into the mythology behind dear Mr. Nook here. Upon first glance, you'd think that he's an ordinary raccoon, but this isn't true. Tom Nook is actually a tanuki, species of raccoon dog found in Japan. While the English dub calls him a raccoon, it is confirmed by the original Japanese version that he's indeed a tanuki. Why they changed this in the international dub, I don't know. But back to real tanuki. They are a part of the canine family, despite their resemblance to normal raccoons. These creatures are real animals, but they carry many stories of mystical abilities in Japanese myth because of the fact that they live deep in the woods, where magic has long been strongly associated in their mythology. Within myth, tanuki are a type of animal spirit, yokai with shapeshifting power. In case you didn't know, yokai are, quote, a class of supernatural entities and spirits in Japanese folklore, unquote, according to Wikipedia. The tanuki falls into the second category, being a spirit. Mischievous in nature, these creatures would often pull pranks, but they weren't necessarily evil, more so aloof and of lower intelligence. They only wanted to laugh and be joyful, mostly unaware of the harm these jokes could bring to humans. The tanuki is most known for its ability to shift into anything it so chooses, be it human or otherwise. So, how does this apply to Tom Nook, you may wonder? Well, other than the fact that he is a tanuki, he also has a playful attitude like them. Upon your first meeting with him in-game, he immediately dives into jokes and laughter, sometimes at your expense, calling you lazy. But ultimately, he's cute and kind, from what's seen in-game, no matter what you think of him. So yeah, other than changing shape, Tom Nook displays his tanuki nature. But Tom isn't the only one in this series that's connected to Japanese mythology. Redd, also known as Crazy Redd, or Jolly Redd, is a shifty fox salesman who comes to your island ever so often to sell you paintings, sculptures, and other kinds of artwork. The catch is that you can only pick one piece per visit, and all except one of his pieces are counterfeit. Just like Tom, he is referred to as a fox in the English dub, but he's actually another kind of Japanese yokai, the kitsune.
Are you talking about me?
No, buddy, but you can stay here and listen.
Okay.
This is Alan. He's one of the other half of this channel, Rue the Thing's original characters. A sweet little kitsune prince who's always kind.
Thank you for the compliment, miss.
You're welcome, little one. Anyway, kitsune are a Japanese yokai spirit. There are two kinds of kitsunes, the holy servants of the rice god Inari, and the more common evil wild fox kitsunes. Like tanuki, they can shapeshift into humans and other things, but unlike tanukis, kitsune can also harness and shoot fire.
Oh, like the Pokemon? Vulpix and Ninetales?
Exactly like that. They were based on kitsune directly, as a matter of fact.
Cool.
I know. Now, please be quiet so I can continue.
Yes, miss.
Thank you. Now, continuing on, some kitsune also have the powers of possession, flight, and or super strength. What they can do depends on the kind of kitsune. How strong a kitsune is depends on how many tails they have, 9 being the strongest and 1 being the weakest. Since Redd is a kitsune, then he's not a very strong one because he only has 1 tail. And Redd is most certainly not a holy kitsune. He's just like the mischievous ones. These kitsunes are pranksters who, unlike Tanuki, are smart and fully aware that what they do hurts people. They enjoy what they do and are very manipulative. This is what Redd does. Lure you in with that same jolly attitude of Tom Nook you've grown so fond of, and butter you up by claiming he's giving you huge discounts and deals he offers no one else because he's just that fond of you.
Dirty trickster. I'd never lie.
I know. You're a good kid, Alan.
Thanks. Here, have a crystal I made for free. I can magically make them all by myself.
Aw, thank you. You're so sweet.
You're welcome.
Where was I? Ah, yes. Redd is most certainly an evil kitsune. He knows he's a dirty trickster and he does not care, so long as he gets money. He's quite the opposite to Tom Nook. And it's this contrast that leads into our next subject. While their history is never said point blank, Tom and Redd do have a history together. In the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer game for the 3DS, Tom mentions this, quote, "Have you ever worked with a fox?" Kitsune, the Japanese version. Yes, foxes, kitsunes, are never to be trusted, I worked with a fox, kitsune, once in my life. Never again. Not after the incident. Stop. I cannot say a word more. Let us assume it was tragic and never speak of it again. While you could argue that this mystery fox/kitsune could be anyone, there is strong evidence to suggest that Tom is talking about Redd because he is the only fox/kitsune across all the Animal Crossing games, as well as being a businessman like Tom, and being the only other shop that has a kind of leaf as its symbol, being a ginkgo leaf. He also seems to have a negative opinion on Tom. To quote the Nookpedia, Animal Crossing's own Wikipedia, quote, Redd refers to Tom Nook as the raccoon and makes several disparaging comments about him. When Redd first arrives at Nook's homes, he describes it as where that raccoon keeps his investments, and remarks that he is unimpressed. If the player cancels Redd's request before designing his house, Redd will express his dissatisfaction about the cancellation while being present in the raccoon's den. When Redd first arrives at his house, he asserts that his house will end up better than that pesky raccoon's house. Unquote. Keep in mind that, like I've said, Tom and Redd are obviously a Tanuki and Kitsune. Anyways, the dislike between the two is obviously mutual. This reflects actual mythology where Tanuki and Kitsune are known to be rivals. They've rarely had many large conflicts though, as most of the time small groups or individuals of both species would compete over who was better at magic and or trickery. The only known example of a big conflict between the two groups is the attempted invasion of the Sado Island, the kingdom of Tanuki. A kitsune had shown up, claiming he only needed to get back to land, so the wise leader, Danzubaru, shifted into a human and told the kitsune to turn into a life vest so he would not be noticed. The kitsune agreed, and together they headed towards the shores. But Danzubaru had tricked him. He cast the kitsune into the sea, knowing that he could not swim and would therefore drown. This and similar stories are examples of Tanuki and Kitsune conflicts. But the Kitsune always end up losing. Just like how Tom Nook always beats Redd in business. To summarize, Tom Nook and Redd are a Tanuki and Kitsune, who, like in classic mythology, are bitter rivals and exact opposites, despite having so much in common. They behave very similar to their mythological inspiration and have a mostly unknown history together. But what's the point of this, you may wonder? Well, there's 3 reasons. This is a school assignment, and I want a good grade. I actually really like rambling on about the things that interest me. And last, I want to branch out and put a greater variety of things on my channel. This all being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe learned something new. If I missed anything or stated something incorrectly, feel free to correct me in the comments, but please be polite. This goes for all comments, no matter what they may be. Feel free to let others and me know your thoughts, but remember to be polite and civil. Hate comments and rude comments will be deleted. Genuine constructive criticism about this video is welcome, but only about what is in this video in particular. That aside, thanks for watching. Let me know what else you'd like to see, and consider subscribing as well. That's all for now. Bye!
Enjoy these bloopers, because I do not have a proper outro.
Within myth, tanuki are type. How strong a kitsune is depend. Oh my gosh! Not another.